Hey folks, good morning. You're welcome to another session of another live trading session. Now, this is GBPUSD charts. We're going to be using GBPUSD for our live trading session today. Now, guys, from what I taught you guys yesterday, I said from the accumulation, manipulation, distribution concepts. Now, I said that there's liquidity above these highs because these are relatively equal highs because if you look here you would see that they are really equal, so there's there's liquidity above there. And guys, you can see this market here is on a downtrend. Okay, you can see that this market is on a downtrend. Now, I said that when the market is on a downtrend and they are equal highs, we expect those equal highs to be faked out. Okay. Now that fake out is a manipulation move that occurs. Okay. So now as you can see, the price is consolidating, and consolidation is a form of accumulation. So I expect to see price rise into this place, seeking all the liquidity, hitting all the stop loss of sellers, people who are selling here. They will keep their stop loss here, and also hitting the buy stops because all those breakout artist traders, they will put their buy stops above here and then expect that when the market triggers it to keep going higher, and they will put their stop loss here. So once the market triggers their buy stop, I expect to see price coming back down to also seek the liquidity that's above here too, because I also expect the market to break this low. So if and once price gets here, I am going to take a sell trade, and my take profit is going to be below this low, which is at 1.24815. Okay, so just right above this highs that we have here, this liquidity, there is something called a fair value gap. Okay, there's something called a fair value gap. Now, I told you guys about fair value gap yesterday. Let me just throw a little light on this. Now, fair value gaps are known as liquidity voids. Now, look at this move here. A liquidity void is when you have only selling pressure and no buying pressure, or when you have only buying pressure and no selling pressure. Now look at this scenario that I marked out here. From here to here, there is no buying pressure, it's just only selling. Okay, this is a liquidity void, and it's a huge gap that's left open that has to be filled up. Okay, now just picture a fair value gap as you painting a house. When you're painting a house, when you strike the first roll, it's not going to paint everything completely, right? You have to come back again and roll it one more time so that the painting is going to look balanced. So that's just picture fair value gap as that. That is what institutions does. They leave gaps open, and then if those gaps and when those gaps are left open, they will take price back to those gaps. But while they are doing that, they will seek liquidity while they are doing that. Okay, so this is an example of a fair value gap. This is an example of a fair value gap. Now, like I told you guys yesterday, I'm not going to elaborate more on fair value gap unless you're a student of FX Papi Institute. Okay, so once you're a student of FX Papi Institute, um I will show you my own personal entry model because I literally use fair value gaps and other blocks to take my trade. Okay, so one thing I always wait for is a run on stops. After a run on stops, a break of structure, maybe on the 1 minute time frame, and the return to fair value gap or other block, then I take my trade. So guys, we are just a few minutes into London session. Okay, London session, I told you guys, eight is from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, London session liquidity starts from around 9 to 10 o'clock. Okay, so from around 8 to 9, or let's say from around 8:30, I should we should be able to get a trade here. So I'm going to pause this video and then come back when price has gotten to this zone, so that I can also take my trade. So guys, welcome back. Um, this is GBPUSD. Um, this is GBPUSD after the time got into the London Open. This is 8 o'clock, 8:12. You can see the liquidity. This is how London liquidity displays itself. You can see the liquidity as it's moving. So I wasn't able to get a trade from GBPUSD this morning. Why? Because it did not clear this liquidity that's above here. It didn't clear it. And for the fact that it didn't clear it, but it just came straight down, I will not take this trade unless it goes down further. Now, in most scenarios like this, we might just see price will just come back, take the liquidity here, or this might actually be the manipulation and then it will just break and then keep going higher. So I am not so confident to take this trade because of how it's played out. I might only be able to take this trade unless I see it keeps breaking lower. So let's look at AED. Now on AED, I have been expecting the same thing. Now if you look here, if you look at this, let me delete that. Let me bring up a horizontal line. If you look here, there's equal lows there, and there's a fair value gap just right above here. It was tested yesterday, but it didn't like really move price that much. So I'm actually expecting to see price run into this fair value gap of 2 days ago. And while he's doing that, I expect to see a run above these highs, and then it's going to bring it down to these lows. But if price just gets there, it just keeps going, then no problem at all. That's just a reversal. So I would wait to see what this morning's London session is going to give to us. If it's going to get here and reverse, or if it's just going to get here and then actually break it like a break of structure. So that's what I'm waiting to see on GBPUSD. On AUDUSD, sorry, not GPUSD. GPUSD is kind of like my favorite pair. I actually trade GPUSD more of AUDUSD. So that's how I trade it. So this GPUSD still moving down. So we're going to come back later. Maybe that should be by 8:30 or maybe 9 o'clock. So I'll update you guys on how the trades went. Okay guys, we are back to GPUSD chart. This is just 8:23 a.m. Nigerian time. Now, as you can see here on the 5 minute time frame, price is so liquid, that it's so liquid to the downside that it wasn't able to seek liquidity here. But it left off this gap, it left this fair value gap here for us, okay, and while breaking the structure. So what I'm going to wait for is I'll wait for price to return back to this fair value gap that we have opened inside here, and I will be selling GBPUSD from here. Okay, I'll be selling it from here on the 1 minute time frame. This is the 1 minute time frame. You can see the gap here. This is the liquidity board I just talked about. Okay, this is the liquidity board I just talked about. So I would wait to see price getting into this um liquidity void here, and I'll be taking my sell trade from here because price is so liquid that it keeps pushing down. So I'm not really sure it might get to these highs for now. So once we get to 830, then I should be able to see price getting into this place. 830, from 830 to 930. Once price gets here, I'll be taking my sell trade there. Then as for AUD I'm waiting to see if AUD is going to break higher or if it's going to break lower, because if AUD breaks this low, then I would also wait for price to come back to fair value gap or other block. So that's what I'm going to wait for. But if it keeps breaking higher, then I'm going to wait for it to get to this place. But for now, I'm just going to mark this low. I want it to actually break, like a break of structure, and then when it comes back to retest a fair value gap or other block or the low, then I'm going to take the trade. So I'll see you guys later. I want to watch a movie. I'm actually watching a movie right now. Mission Impossible 5. You can join me later if you choose to. Alright guys, this is ADSD. This is 8:55, it's almost 9 o'clock. You can see here, I didn't execute this trade because this price was not broken as a break of structure. It just came as a stop on short liquidity and left off. So I'm still standing standby on AUD. But on GBPUSD, I'm still expecting price to get into this place. I would be taking my sell entry from there. So this is the H4 charts. So once price gets into this place, I'll be taking my sell trade there. Okay, this is 9 o'clock. This is 9 o'clock, and according to the broker I use, around 9 o'clock, a new 4 hour candle comes up. A new 4 hour candle comes up, and the next 4 hour candle that will come up will be around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is the New York session. So all this waiting, and I still haven't gotten an entry yet. If I don't get an entry now, then it's going to have to be till New York session. But I'm still waiting for the best. Alright folks, this is 9:13, still in London session. So it seems I might not be able to get an entry right here in London. So I'm going to have to see you guys during the New York session. Okay, so until the New York session, or in case if I get any entry or any updates to share, I'll just come back and say a few things or show you guys what I have to show. To New York. Right now I'm in the office and this is still this is still 10:43. Now guys, you can see this place I marked out. You can see how beautiful this is, right? This is a live trade that's going on. This is a live trade that's going on. You can see it. My stop loss is 145 points and my take profit is about 30 pips. Yeah, my take profit 30 pips. So wow guys, you can see this trade, you can see it's going. This is still London, okay? This is 10:30. Okay, 10:43. We're still in London session. We're still in London session, and as you guys can see, price is delivering nicely. Wow, it's really delivering nicely. This is beautiful. I think there are two accounts I took this trade on. I took this trade on two accounts. Okay, this is the second account. Yeah. So guys, I believe with this you are able to understand the concept of fair value gap. So I'm going to see you guys when this trade hits my TP. All right. So guys, as for AU, as you can see here on AU, AUDUSD, I actually lost a trade here this morning on AUDUSD because I took an entry here and my stop loss was above this height, but my stop got hit, 10 pip stop, so my stop got hit. So I'm still looking at AU to see if price wants to get here. But you see this down structure that is here. If price breaks the structure on AUDUSD, if price breaks the structure on AUDUSD, then we can be able to take sell entries during the New York session. But if price just gets here and doesn't actually break out or just gives a fake out, then I think we should forget about looking at AUDUSD. So we'll just be on GBPUSD for now. Woo! Hey folks, what's up? What's up? As you can see, price has delivered and it's just a few pips to my take profits. Wow, just a few pips to my take profits. Wow. Wow. This is excellent. This is excellent. I believe that with this you guys are now able to understand how to trade using your time zone, how to trade using liquidity, and how to trade using fair value gap or order block or a break of structure. So guys, that's it for this live trading session. I'm a little bit busy, so I'm going to end today's live session here. So have a nice day, folks. I wish you good luck and good trading.